Hey guys, welcome back to the mat with me. So a little birdie told me that we have access to maybe 5 kilos of weights, whether it's a dumbbell, a kettlebell, maybe it's a couple of kilos less, maybe it's a couple of kilos more. If you have it at home, this session is for you. Let's add a little resistance to our lower body session, and fear not, if you do not have a weight, that is absolutely fine. You can make do with something else around home, or you can do it body weight, and I'll show you the modifications. It would just have a little less resistance than it would if we were to have the weight, but in that moment, you just focus more on that mind-muscle connection and squeezing the muscles that we are predominantly working. So all you'll need is that one weight, some space to move, and maybe even a mat in your living room. We're gonna get started right away. So from here, take a big deep breath in and exhale. We're going to center ourselves in the room, hit play on that Spotify playlist, and start to roll those shoulders for me. Rolling them back towards the wall or space behind you, just loosening up any tension in the body. Given that we're going to be adding a little extra weight today, we want to make sure that we have stabilization or dynamic stability in the shoulders so that they can help us hold that weight in position and we can really get the bang out of our butt with resistance. Rolling them back. Maybe there's some creaks and cracks, maybe one at a time. Just loosen it up. Maybe it's first thing in the morning and your body just needs to wake up. 3, 2, last one. Now roll them forward for me. Just a few times. Loosen up the body. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right palm down onto the mat by your hips. Give it a little bit of a bend in that elbow. Then send that left arm nice and long up and over. Lateral stretch here. Stretch through the side body. So rather than sinking into the right side, I want you to really lift out, lifting that left side of the rib cage towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch. Bring the left palm down towards the mat. This time bend through the elbow. And stretch up and over out of the crown of our head through the right fingertips, lengthening the right side of the body, back over, right side, lengthen the left, and then left side, lengthen the right. Feels nice to stretch out the side body like this. Beautiful. Bring both palms down into the center of the mat. We're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position. Wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Just start by inhaling, sending the crown of your head to the ceiling, belly to the mat. And then exhale down, pressing those palms into the mat. Sending a little bit of space between the shoulder blades. Coming into your cat and cow. Warming up the spine. Let the breath help you here. In for your cow. Out for your cat. 2 more. And last one. Nice. Meet me back in center. From here, take a big deep breath in. Send your belly down towards the mat. And then as you exhale, I want you to tuck your pelvis under, draw your ribs down towards your hips. You will feel a little bit of rounding in your back. We're coming into a little bit of a pelvic tuck. So inhale, relax. Exhale, tuck those hips under, draw the ribs down towards the hips. Inhale, lengthen and relax. Exhale, tuck under. What you want to be focusing on here is drawing the ribs down towards the hips, creating stability in the core here. It's almost as if you're protecting yourself if someone was to come and kick you. Drawing everything down and in, creating that core stability. And think of activating that core set of abdominal muscles. 2 more. Relax forward, and last one. Beautiful. Keep that tuck for me. Tuck your toes under. And from here, inhale to prepare, keeping that pelvic tuck. Exhale, lift the knees. Lower them down, coming into our bear hover. So you really want to keep drawing the ribs down towards the hips throughout this. Keeping active through the core. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Just starting to activate our core here. Supports us through all our movements. Press out of those palms, out of those toes. Exhale, lift. Just 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And drop down. Untuck those toes. You're going to extend through your right arm and your left leg into your bird dog. Lengthen through the fingers and the toes. Return them down. Opposite side. Left arm, right leg. Within this, you want to move really slowly, keeping the pelvis nice and stable. Imagining you have a torchlight on both of your hip bones. You want to keep that light shining down onto the mat. That's it. Lengthen through the fingers and the toes. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Squeeze the glute on the working leg. Exhale, lift. That's it. We've got 4 more like this. Holding on 3. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. Last one, hold this up. Extend through the fingers and the toes. Hold it here. Give me little pulses up and up for 8, 7. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. Last 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2. Last one. Lower down. Opposite side. Lift and extend through the fingers and the toes. Little pulses up and up. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. 6 more. Keep breathing. 2, 1. Lower down. Nice job. Sitting back onto those heels. Grab your weight if you've got it now. We're going to come down onto our back. So slowly rolling all the way down. Bring that weight beside you. Rest it down on the mat. Slowly roll all the way down. Feet hip distance apart. Palms down flat on the mat. From here, I'm just going to move this out a little bit. From here, we're just going to start to articulate through the spine. So inhale to prepare. Exhale as you roll those hips up towards the ceiling, 1 vertebrae at a time. Pause at the top, rolling down. Think hip flips first, then lower back, then middle back, pause, and reverse. Middle back, lower back, hips down. Exhale, lift, pressing through those heels, rolling that spine up as if it's a string of pearls. Nice. Just 2 more, really articulating through the spine. Rolling all the way down nice and slowly. And last one, roll up. And roll down. This time we're going to lift the hips up as if someone's pulling us up by a string from our belly button. So we lift and we lower. Exhale, press through those heels and lower. In this top position, you want to make sure that your hips are tucked under slightly so that we're not falling into our lower back. Hips are tucked under, we're rolling down. Drawing the ribs down towards the hips, condensing this space, and lower. Exhale. Beautiful. Just 2 more, then we're going to add that weight. Last one, lift. Hold at the top. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Nice. Grab behind the thighs, roll up for me. Just safely grab onto that weight. So whether it's a kettlebell or it's a dumbbell, slowly roll all the way down to the mat. Here, if you don't have a weight at all, you're just going to continue with your glute bridge without any weight. Palms down on the mat, or for some added challenge, you're going to have the palms up towards the ceiling like this. Extra stability challenge. For anyone that has the weight, dumbbell is going to come onto the hips, or the kettlebell, you're going to hold it on top of the hips. If you need a little bit of a towel or something to place on top between where your skin meets the dumbbell or the kettlebell, go for it. A little cushioning never hurt. From here, we're going to do the same motion of lifting the hips straight up towards the ceiling and lowering down. This time it's going to feel a little bit more intense, given we have that resistance across the hips with the dumbbell. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Really pressing those heels down into the mat. That's it. Let the breath help you stay connected. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Drawing the ribs down towards the hips. As you perform your glute bridge, whether you're weighted or not, what I want you to think of is imagine pulling your heels towards your bum and sending your knees out away from you. This is creating a little bit of tension, a little bit of opposition in the body. So you're thinking of drawing the heels in towards you and sending the knees away from you. It almost feels like you're activating a little bit more through your hamstrings when you're thinking of pulling your heels in. The feet are not actually moving. You're just thinking of this. And then your quads start to fire a little bit more when you're thinking of sending them away from you. You almost get a little bit more height and range through your glute bridge. Up and down. The glutes are starting to feel this. Give me 5 more. Last 4. With your not weighted here, keep those arms up towards the ceiling. Perhaps you may even want to lower the arms down as the hips lower and then lift them back up. That's it. Last 2. Last one, lift the hips up, hold up here, press the heels into the mat, keep that pelvic tuck, lift, 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 squeeze those glutes. From here, We're just going to come into little pulses. Up and up. That's it. Press the heels into the mat. Ooh, we've got 6, 5, holding on 1. Last 3, last 2, last one, holding up here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Squeeze those glutes. I know it's starting to burn. Lower. 3, 2, 1. Lift the hips. Slow eccentric. 3, 2, 1. Lift the hips. Draw the ribs down towards the hips the whole time. We're lowering for 3, 2, 1. We lift the hips on 1. Keeping the squeeze on the glutes the whole time. This slow lowering is focusing on time under tension for those glutes. Eccentric phase where you're lowering down, resisting gravity, or halting and slowing it down. 3, 2, 1. Lift 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Ooh. Take that weight off. Place it down beside you. Bring those knees into chest. Give yourself a little hug. Release some of that tension on the glutes. Well done. Ooh, you definitely feel that when you start to add a little bit more weight and when you start to focus on that mind-muscle connection of squeezing the glutes, and especially in that image of drawing the heels towards your bum and sending the knees out towards the window or towards the wall away from you. Ooh, big deep breath in and exhale. Nice job. Grab behind the thighs. We're going to roll up. We're going to come up to standing. So nice and gently make your way up to standing. You're going to come in to a sumo squat stance. So nice and wide out with the feet. You may want to rotate the feet on a diagonal so they're off to the corners of your mat. If you don't have a weight, from here you're going to perform this movement just lowering down and lifting. Palms can stay down or they can stay up by the ears to keep you up nice and tall. If you've got your weight, grab onto it now. If it's a dumbbell, you're going to hold it in the center from the handle. If it's a weight, you can hold it either lengthways or, as I was just doing, from the top of the dumbbell head. From here, we really want to make sure we've got our stance correct. So we are tucking our hips under as if you're zipping up some jeans, drawing your pubic bone towards your face so that we're not bending into that lower back. So if I come to the side, what we want to focus on here is we're not sitting like this. We're tucking that pelvis under. Glutes are already active. You're squeezing them to hold this position. We're extending up through the crown of our head, so standing up nice and tall. I'll come back to the front. Dumbbell is in between our thighs. From here, keeping that tuck, drawing the ribs down towards the hips, keeping active through this. Start to lower the weight towards the floor as you come into your squat, pressing up and away. Lower down. Exhale to lift. That's it, sending the knees out towards the corners of your mat. And as you press your heels into the mat, to come back to standing, think of zipping up through your inner thighs. Working those abductors. That's it. That's it. Keep that pelvic tuck. Let the breath help you stay connected to your breath. Nice. Down and lift, keeping that pelvic tuck. Drawing the ribs down towards the hips and keeping that chest nice and proud. Okay, 3 more, then we're going to add on. Last 2. Last one. On this next one, as you come up, you're going to pause at the top, 1 bicep curl. Lower down, sumo squat. Coming up, bicep curl. Now our elbows stay at our waist. They don't come forward because we lose that range of motion for the curl. Down and curl. That's it. If this 5 kilo weight or whichever weight you're holding feels a little too much for the bicep curl, just leave it out. Down, press away and up. That's it. Three more. Last 2. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. Last one, press up, bicep curl. Now can we combine the movements? So as we squat down, can we curl? And press away. That's it, little coordination. Find your rhythm. Down, send those knees out nice and wide. And press through the heels. That's it, keep those elbows in by the waist. Down and up. Keep breathing for me. And keep standing up nice and tall. That's it. 4 more, then we're pausing at the bottom. Last 3. We've got a couple of layers here. Last 2, so choose the option that works for you. Last 1, hold it down. Dumbbell comes in between the thighs. We are making sure we're in a nice low squat here. Give me a heel lift to the right, then a heel lift to the left, to the right, and to the left. I really want you to find the height here with that heel. Coming into plantar flexion, or what I like to call the Barbie foot. Lift that heel, lower, lift and lower. We've got 4. Keep yourself down. Last 2. Last 1. Press through the heels. Shake the legs a little. This time we're going to come back to our squat, but we're going to add a heel lift every time. So again, you can always choose that very first layer, but we're sticking just with that lower sumo squat. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can move those arms this time. Arms come up to the ceiling and down. Still getting that movement without resistance. And you're still going to add that heel lift. Okay, as you lift the arms, think of drawing the ribs down towards the hips. If you've got that dumbbell with me, this time we're going to come down, bicep curl, lift the right heel, come back up. This time, alternate left side and up, right. Making sure those legs are out nice and wide, and up, down. Find that coordination, bicep curl, squat, heel lift. 4. Last 3, you've got it. Last 2. Last 1. Coming up, maybe bring those feet in a tiny bit if they've slipped away. I know my sweaty feet have. From here, and come back down. This time it's a double heel lift. We lower down bicep curl, double heel lift, and up, down, bicep curl, heels lift. Oh, even I shake here. Down, bicep curl, heels lift. And up, sink down, heels lift with the bicep curl. You can also just isolate. So if you just want to focus on that heel lift, the heels lift, you press up. Or likewise, if you just want to focus on the bicep curl, you can. Or you can add the combo, bicep and heels. Let the breath help you draw the ribs down towards the hips. 4 more. Last 3, holding on 1. Come into that Barbie foot. Last 2. Last 1 for me, hold it down. Just lift and lower. Heels in the dumbbell, bicep curl and heel lift. Oh, lots of concentration here. Up and down. 5. 4. Last 3. Last 2. Can you sink down a little lower? Last 1. Down. Lift up and hold for me. 5. 4. Sink a little lower. 3, 2, 1. Press the floor away. Shake those legs. Maybe drop that dumbbell for a second. Oh my gosh. Take a breather. Okay. Whew. This time, we're going to resume that sumo squat stance. From here, the dumbbell's still going to stay, or the kettlebell, between the palms if you've got it. Take a big deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, you're going to lean over, lateral lunge to the left side. Back up to center, over to the right, alternating. What I want you to focus on here is sending the hips back behind you, really lengthening through the opposite leg. So think of lengthening through the inner thigh for the straight leg and sending the hips back behind that bent knee. Feeling both legs work at the same time, pressing through the heel of the stabilizing leg, down and out. And keep a long line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. So your gaze is going to be just a little bit further beyond the mat. Press away. 3 more, then we're going to add on. Same thing goes if you don't have a dumbbell, or if you don't have any weights. Palms come down towards the mat. And then you're going to do the same movement that we're about to do without the weight. Beautiful. 2 more. Last one, over to the right, back to center. This time, we're going to add a layer. As we come to the left, we're going to row the dumbbell into the waist, lower it down, back through center, over to the right. Exhale, row, in and up. Really send that knee out to the corner. Press up, down, exhale, Send the elbows back to the wall behind you. Keep them tucked in by the waist and squeeze the muscles in the back of the body. Working on a bit of the lats here. That's it. So both upper body and lower body. Sink a little lower for me. That's it. Got 8 more. You've got this. Work with me here. That's it. 6. Last 4. Row. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. 3. Hold on 1 for me. 2. Holding over to the right. Last 1. Row. Just stick with that row. Sinking down. Sending the hips back behind you. Row. Exhale. Row. You got 6 more. Keep this position. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. Lengthen through that left leg. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower. Come back through center. Over to the left. Row in. Lower. Exhale. Elbows send to the wall behind you. Lengthen through that right leg. Press through the left heel. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Come up. Lower that weight to the mat. Take a big deep breath in. And exhale. Nice job, guys. Okay, we are 3 exercises down. 2 more to go. We're going to rotate our body to the left side, grabbing onto our dumbbell. Step that right foot in. Bring the dumbbell behind the neck on the shoulders. So we don't want to be pressing it into the neck. We want to be resting it on the shoulders. If you have the kettlebell and this is a little bit uncomfortable, keep it in front of you, holding it braced, or you can hold it nice and long, whichever one is most comfortable. So you could hold it here, you could hold it here, or you can have it back behind you. If you have it on those shoulders, keep the elbows nice and wide. We don't want them flaring out. We want to keep them in nice and close towards the ears. From here, keep your feet a hip distance apart. You're going to keep the weight bearing on your left side. We're going to step the right foot back into a long lunge. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. Think nose over toes in this hinged position, and you're going to skate out the back leg in. So it steps in and out. Keeping that weight pressed through the left heel. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. Keep those elbows up nice and high so that weight on the shoulders is not coming into the back of the neck. Skater and in. That's it. Feel the left glute, the left hamstring activate here. Back and in. Core remains active. If you've got that kettlebell and it's in front of you, keep it down towards the mat. Keep that upper body nice and stable and be really proud through the chest here. That's it. In and out. In and out. We're going to stay here for a little bit. So hold the position, sinking down a little bit more into that left side. Skater and back. We've got 10. Draw the ribs down. 9. 8. You've got to keep breathing for me. Keep pressing through that left side. Can you sink down a little bit more? 3. Last 2. Last 1. Step in, step up, shake that left leg. Oh my gosh, take the dumbbell off the shoulders. Maybe shake both legs. And we're going to come on to the other leg. So shift your weight onto the right foot. Feet is still a hip distance apart. You're going to bring that dumbbell onto the shoulders if you had it before. Again, back at the shoulders, elbows are up nice and high. Stepping that left foot back, nice bend through that right knee. Coming into our hinge position, so nose over toes. We're going to skater that left leg back in and out. In and out, drawing the ribs towards the hips. Pressing through the big toe, little toe, and heel of the right foot. Really feeling that glute and the hamstring, where the hamstring tie-in comes in. Activate. That's it. Step it out and in. Keeping nice and light on that left foot. Again, if you've got that kettlebell, it's down in front of that knee. Keeping the chest up nice and proud. Holding nice and still. Just that left leg moves. You've got it, guys. Stick with me here. We're not here for a long time. Step it out and in. Draw the ribs down. Press through the big and the little toe and the heel of that right foot. You've got 10, 9, oof, bones, 8, just 6 more, 3, last 2, stepping up on 1, last 1, step in, up, shake it out. Ooh. Oh my gosh, we need a little bit of a moment here. Okay, for our final movement, I had to zoom you out a little bit because you need a little bit more space. So from here, if you don't have a dumbbell, you're going to keep your arms up towards the ceiling, legs at hip distance apart. And from here, we're going to come into a march. So drawing the ribs down towards our hips, we're keeping a little tuck of that pelvis under. We're drawing one knee up towards your hips, maybe even a little higher. Exhale each time, keeping the body nice and still. Spread those fingers so that you're keeping tension in the arms if you don't have any weight. Keeping everything else nice and still in the body. Trying to minimize that shift from side to side. Obviously you shift a little bit, but we're controlling this movement. If you have your weight, so if you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, pressing it up towards the ceiling. If you have your kettlebell, you can hold it by the handle above your head, or if you want to, you can hold the handle and flip it upwards so the weight is up towards the ceiling. Just making sure you're really strong through those shoulders. So try not to keep those shoulders up by the ears, but roll them down just a little bit to keep a nice proud chest, holding that dynamic stability. From here, holding the weight above the head, you're drawing your ribs down towards your hips, keeping that tuck of the pelvis gently, and we're coming into a weighted march. So exhale, drawing the knee up and in towards your belly button, point through the toe, march, keeping that weight stable, minimizing that shift. Exhale each time you lift that knee, feel that little crunch in the core. That's it. I'll show you from the side. Keeping that pelvic tuck. So we're not coming into that lower back, we're tucking the pelvis under. Knee drives in that march. That's it, keeping nice and stable. In and in. Nice and controlled here. If you need to slow it right down, go for it. Pressing that dumbbell or the kettlebell up towards the ceiling or spreading through those fingers if you don't have a weight. And in. Fatigues the shoulders here, so keep with it. Hold that weight, press it up nice and high. We've got 8, 7. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. 4, 3. Holding on 1. Last 1. Hold the right knee up. Little lifts, lifts. Up towards your chin. That's it. Little pulses up and up, keeping that pelvic tuck. Drawing the ribs down towards the hips. You've got 8, 7. Keep breathing. Find that stability. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over. Left knee lifts in that march. Little pulse up and up, up. Draw the ribs down towards the hips. Keep a little bend in that right knee. That's it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. If you've got that weight, lower it down to the mat. Give those shoulders a nice roll. They worked hard to stabilize that weight up above the head. And just give me some wiggles. We earned that stretch. So clear your mat out, bring that dumbbell or the kettlebell out to the side. Come down to sit into the middle of your mat. Legs out nice and long in front of you. I want you to send the palms up towards the ceiling. Take a big deep breath in, lengthen through the crown of your head, and then dive down towards the feet. Maybe bring the palms down to the mat, down by your ankles or out a little bit further. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs, stretching out the hamstrings, stretching out the calves a little bit. Take a big deep breath in. And exhale. One more breath like this. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. If you need to bend the knees at all, do that. Come into where you feel the stretch, but without too much discomfort. Then gently start to roll yourself back up, one vertebrae at a time. Chin lifts last. Beautiful. Roll those shoulders for me back, away from the ears, down towards the mat. Just loosening up any extra tension. That's it. Give me some singles, right, left. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Bend that right knee. Bring that left ankle on top of the right knee. From here, we're going to bring the palms behind us on the mat, coming into a seated figure 4. I really want you to focus on puffing out that chest, sending the left knee out and away from you as you draw your chest towards your shin. Feel that stretch in that left side, in that left glute. Nice, maybe give me some wiggles. Send the knee down towards the edge of the mat, then the foot towards the edge of the mat. Big deep breath in and exhale. Last one. Back to center. Drop the left foot down. Bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Maybe bring that left foot in just a little bit to shorten the angle. You're going to press that right knee out to the side. Puff that chest up and press it out towards your shin to find the stretch in the right glute. Big deep breath in and exhale. Sitting up nice and tall, nice and proud. Another big deep breath in. As you exhale, feel that stretch in the right glute. And then send that knee down towards the mat, then the toes. Little wiggles side to side. That's it. Then you're going to send that left leg nice and long. Bring that right foot on the outside of the left knee. You're going to send the arms up towards the ceiling. Right palm comes behind you. Left elbow comes on the outside of the right knee. Come into a twist. Gaze follows over the right shoulder. Big deep breath in. Sitting up nice and tall. And exhale. Feel that stretch. Slowly come back through center. Straighten out that right leg. Bend the left knee. Palms come up to the ceiling. Left arm comes behind you. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Come into that twist. Let the gaze follow your left shoulder. Big deep breath in. And exhale. Really feel that stretch. Slowly untwist. And we've made it to the end. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for our weighted lower body session. A little bit different from our usual. Let me know how you found it and if there's anything else you'd like to see in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you on the mat next time. Thanks guys. Bye.